Hi, I'm JP.
Hi, I'm Lindsey.
And today we're going to do a beginner squat follow along. Lindsey came to me and said she wants to work and improve her squat, so we put this session together to help with that. We're going to start off by just looking at our squat, testing it, seeing how it feels. We're going to do a series of stretches and exercises to improve it, and then come back again to retest it. So first up, feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to drop into a squat and see where we get to. Okay, everyone's going to feel a little bit different. We might have heels elevated, we might have a little twist, we might have a rounded back. It's all groovy for now. We just want to see, make a mental note of how it feels. What are you feeling there, Lindsey?
I feel comfortable because I've got my heels raised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be down this low otherwise.
So if we got you to stand up again and then go into your squat but keep your heels down, where do you get stuck?
Somewhere right there.
So now we're starting to see why you want
Yeah.
to improve this. Okay, no worries. Happy days. So for Lindsey, we're going to be working a lot on the calves, but we're going to hit off most of the major areas, so you're going to improve yours as well. Let's start off from the bottom. So we're going to work calves all the way up. We'll start with some calf raises with a straight leg. So Lindsey's going to use a little bit of moral support for balance. I'm going to challenge myself with a little bit of extra range. We're going to keep our legs fully locked and go right up into the toes, heels elevated and together, and back down again. Let's do 10 reps. Lindsey's going to help me keep count here. I am not good at counting.
I'm kind of good at counting.
So main thing we're working here is heels together and legs fully locked out straight. I've added a little bit of extra range of movement, and for a lot of the exercises today, nice, good. A lot of the exercises today, I'm going to be doing a harder version, which you can work on if you're ready for it. We'll now go toes turned out.
Or ballet feet, as I like to call them.
Ballet feet, okay. Not ballet, but ballet.
Yes, ballet.
Okay, let's do 10 more reps. Plie.
Yeah, you can do, your arm movements if you
Nice.
want.
So Lindsey's using a little bit of balance, holding on to something. You don't need to do that. But if balance is really throwing you off and you're not getting as much control and range, you should use support. Yeah. Okay, and then last one of these, we're going to go toes turned in, still with those legs straight. And I find, because our legs are internally rotated here, your weight almost wants to go to your little toes, right? So I want you to try to bring the weight into the big toe.
I feel like my knees are going to hit off each other.
Yeah? Yeah, for sure. Nice.
Oh,
Alrighty, I've got a little bit of a burn at the top of my calf.
I can feel it in my glutes as well.
Nice, that's good. Okay, so we've done a straight leg version. We're now going to do a bent leg version. So again, Lindsey's got a bit of moral support. I'm just going to do this one au naturel. I struggle with this one a lot. Maybe feet a little bit wider. We're going to bend your legs, keep them bent as we calf raise up into the toes and back down again. And we're trying to smooth that movement out. I find on the way back down, I get a lot of shakes.
Yeah.
What about you?
We're also doing 20 in this.
Oh, 20. I wasn't emotionally prepared for that.
You decided on it.
I did. What an idiot.
Yeah, the more I'm doing, the harder it's getting as well.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, that makes sense.
Like you can see how much range Lindsey's able to get in her toes there, which is class. I'd even push your knees forward a bit more. Yeah, there you go. Extra shakes.
I'm glad I'm holding on.
Nice. There's two main muscles to do with your calf. So the straight leg version works one of them, and this bent leg works the other. So I'm strong with a straight leg, but weak with a bent. A lot of people will be the opposite. So it's nothing to panic about. We're just going to make a note of that. So we've looked at our calves and ankles. We're going to take a look now at our groin. So for this, the hardest version we're going to do is on the floor with your legs fully straight and your toes pointed. Slightly easier would be elevating your bum. So if you're kind of sitting rounded, elevating your bum up. Like if Lindsey was to go up on the high seat and spread her leg and then chest up and reach forward, that's way too easy for her. She's able to get too much range. But on the floor, she's not able to get much range. So this in the middle is key. So find a height that works for you. We're going to go
Yoga blocks are also
Oh, yes.
good for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a slight
Yeah, and it's firmer than a cushion.
Yeah.
Cushion works too, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good shout. So we're going to go arms up. You can go behind your head, YMCA, whatever you want.
A C?
And we're going to reach forward, feel that stretch, and then press back out of it. So trying to push into the back of your legs. And we're going here for 10 reps. Do you feel like your legs want to sort of rotate here, Lindsay?
Yeah, they're sort of starting to go in a little bit.
So I want you to try to pull them out. And point those toes, try and tuck them under your feet. Yeah, there you go, good. Very nice. And as we go through, maybe you're finding you're getting a little bit more range. That would be good. But the main thing is we're tilting from the hip rather than just rounding the back. So we're getting long through that body. At one point in my life, I could get like chest to floor here.
Oh, could you?
But
When I was pregnant, I could get my belly to touch the
serious?
floor, but that was just because I had a massive belly.
It's such a life hack when you're stretching, use extra weight. That's cool. I wonder was that partly to do with like relaxants and stuff?
I think that helped as well, yeah, because it was definitely towards the end that it started to get easier.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've gotten our groin kind of freed up. That's going to allow us to get a better stretch into our ankle. So we're going to do the same stretch 2 ways. Lindsay's going to elevate her foot up onto the
Oh, wrong
bench. I'm going to do this down low. Our goal here is to get our bum as close to our heel as we can and get some load in there. We're going to go here for 30 seconds, and I want you to push so far forward with your knee that your heel starts to lift. And just as it does, then we apply some force to stretch it back down.
That was horrible.
Yeah, where do you feel that one the most, Lindsay?
It's in my calf.
Right up at the top.
Yeah.
Nice. Nothing down in your Achilles. It's all up at the calf.
No, it's all up here.
That's cool. And if you find that you're there and you're getting too much in your hip, back leg, it can go anywhere. It can come out to the side. It can be bent. The main goal is that ankle.
The more I'm holding it, it's like down the outside of it now, and it's
Moves
getting a
further
bit further down.
Nice. And relax. So we've just done 30 seconds there. If you found that was a really problem area, I'd just add more time.
Yeah.
That would be great. We'll have the full list of exercises down in the description of the video. So if you get stuck or you forget, there's no worries, they can be there. And it's just a framework. Like, you got to make it work for you.
This side's harder and more Achilles.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Interesting. On your squat, did you feel twisted at all?
No.
No? Not kinky? Nice. All the time getting a bit of weight through that leg. Some people find like an extra kettlebell or a dumbbell can help too. And we'll relax out of that. Sweet. All right, so that's our bent leg version, now our straight leg. I'm going to be doing this on my bum. Legs out. Do you want to go on your ball or your seat again?
I'll go on my seat.
Perfect. So from here, last time we had our toes pointed, this time we're going to have them pulled up. Now that might make you want to vomit.
Yes.
But we're going to stretch ourselves forward, and just the back of the knee should kind of want to explode.
There it is.
Now this is it's a great example of when you're starting out with a stretch, this might be too much. So you can kind of like pulse, where you ease in, feel that disgustingness, come back out. And then as you go through your time, try to hold a little longer in your pulse until you're able to just kind of sit there and embrace the joy.
Yeah.
I find this one's just super intense. You're getting a bit of hamstring as well as calf.
It's mostly, like, I'm not really feeling it in my hamstrings at all. It's all calf for me.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what we want. Nice.
This is because I wore high heels for, like, the majority of my early 20s.
Yeah.
Like, I just lived in them.
It's tough because, it's one of those sort of societal things that you kind of do and then you don't
I thought it was fancy.
Yep. They do look nice. And relax.
Oh,
so those stretches hopefully should be more impactful because we did a bit of pre-fatigue with the calf raises. We got the muscle warm and we get a bit more out of those. So now we're going to go back to the hip again and into our couch stretch. So this time Lindsay's actually going to do the harder version. I'm going to do the easier version. So you were saying about wearing heels and having sort of consequences of that. Because I now work at a desk so much.
Oh, yeah.
I find my hips are really starting to get tight. I am timing these, just,
okay.
yeah. So just our normal couch stretch. Nice tall body, butt squeezed, trying to push forward so we get that stretch up the front. And as we go here, we're going to rotate with that torso. Might not have done this type before, but especially with our squat, the upper back can be really limiting in how much range you have. So by adding in a twist, we're just starting to open that up, a bit like the zenith. Yeah. And we'll try the other side. I found one of my sides, because I did rowing where you're twisting and flexing, I always get cramps one way, that side, but not the other. But yeah, with a squat, if I'm doing like a front squat or something, one of my ribs will give me bother.
Oh, no way.
And it's almost certainly from that. So these twists, nice way to shake it up. Okay, sweet. So that's all our squat prep done. Now it's time to actually squat, Lindsey. No, can we not do more prep?
I realised I asked for this myself, but I regret it.
So we're going to do two squats. We're going to do a partial range squat. So we're going to find that sticky point for you and get you to work there. And then we're going to do an isometric where we're holding the deepest squat we can. Okay. So we're going to use the bench for this, I think we decided.
Yeah.
So we want to find that point where when you're squatting with the heels down, we get stuck. Okay, so for Lindsey, if you do a squat and show us, it's pretty much there. So we've set this up just below that. And we're going to force her to sit down, just touch it with as much control as you can, and then back up again. Beautiful. I'm going to do 5 reps. For me, I don't really have movement or mobility issues with my squat. So I'm just trying to practice keeping that chest up tall. And I find my hamstrings like turn off. So I'm almost thinking about squeezing them to stand up.
I can feel my knees.
Yeah. Well, we've really restricted you because you would normally like...
Oh, yeah, have my feet out.
Duck feet, wide stance, which are great ways to kind of get around it. But if you want to tackle that problem, you got to just do some work. Do one last rep.
I think that might have been 7.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
So this time then we're going to grab our weight. We have a counterbalance here. And with that weight, you're going to push it in front of you, and that's going to allow you to get down nice and low with your squat. I'm going to hold.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You got it.
Okay.
Nice. Trying to work that chest up a little bit more.
If I could lift my heels.
I like how you pushed your weight forward. That was sweet. And stand. Nice. That was really good. So what we could see there was Lindsey wanted to shift her weight all the way back into her heels and lift the toes. But almost by pushing the weight forward, you got a bit more out of it. That's cool. We're going to do both of those again. So let's do 5-ish reps on our partial squat.
Okay.
So Lindsey, what was your main kind of motivator for wanting to get a better squat?
Well, I've never been able to do like weights while squatting because people have always told me to avoid it because I need to get my squat correct before adding weight to it. Okay. So, yeah, I might not do the weights, but I'd like to be able to do them. Yes. Have the opportunity to do them if I could get a squat. Oh, this is easier this time.
Oh, that's good.
Although my feet are kind of pointing out a bit.
A little bit. Try and push your big toes down. Yeah, good. And then drive the knees forward. 3, 2, 1, and up. And so weight-wise with this, I've got a heavier weight. In many ways, a heavier weight
makes it easier. Yeah.
But there's a limit because then it gets
too heavy to hold.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy. All right, last time through. And you were saying as well, you've got Felix is what now? 1.5?
2.5.
2.5. Oh my word! Because I've seen him squat.
It's ridiculous. Kids squats are insane.
You're getting a lot more control there. That's good.
Yeah.
Try and pause just. Yeah. Nice. We're going to do a bonus one.
Ooh.
That's real good. Real good. Okay, last time then with your weight. The nice thing as well about having a weight is it just encourages you to brace up a little bit more. You can't just relax in the position.
I want to relax.
Nice. Cool. For our test, you relax away. That's all good. But we want to be able to stay strong in the position too.
Yeah.
So we're just going to finish off and see if that squat feels any better now that we've done all that work. There you go. That's pretty nice. And yeah, feel those heels lift. Try and play with the knees out a little bit.
It's easier, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my heels are like hardly off the floor.
They were like fully up.
I was like this basically.
Exactly, yeah. And so just make a note of where you're at, where you started, where you finished. This is just one session. I wouldn't expect a massive change in one session. So that's why we're going to try and do this like once a week, and you'll feel over that time. You relax. You'll feel over that time, everything feels a little bit more controlled.
Yeah.
You get a bit. You're able to work from maybe the easier progressions up to the harder ones, and then at that point, once you're able to go through the hard one, we'll try and figure out something else.
Yeah.
All right.
Once I'm an expert squatter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then you can teach me how to, what's it called? Squat?
We'll get that weight out. That'll be sweet.
You can tell me what it's called and then tell me how to do it.
Yeah. Overhead squat. Nice.
Overhead. Okay.
All right. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.